lane. You have to be a little careful, but at the very least, if they get an early advantage, she will be able to hold off that rise and make sure he's not creating terror. But in terms of early game misfits, this is what this comp is all about. You've drafted strong laners across the board. You've got a jungler that's all about early skirmishing and finding those leads during the first 15 minutes of the game. Misfits, they're going to try and get that early edge. They're going to try and snowball. And against G2, this is a big statement to make. Can they do it? Can they shift away from this late game style that they found a lot of their wins with? And can they shut down G2 in the early game, which is a team that are right now fighting for that top spot in Europe?
Shutting down that win streak on any given day would be a huge thing for Misfits. But to then tie G2 in the standings would be even better for a team that has had some trouble finding their footing. Will they be able to fire off a win here and take down Kings of Europe? We will find out as we load up onto Summoner's Rift once again.
So we talk a lot about these matchups, Pyra. In the bottom lane, Zyra Khan, really aggressive. They're all about getting a lot of lane advantages. Against the Tristana Taric, I can definitely see how effective it can be. You've got to remember the buffer that you have on that jump from Trist means that it can sometimes be difficult to lock her down when you're going for those all-in plays. Taric, though, is a little easier to lock down. That stun is very linear with the mobility that these two champions have. You can very easily play around it, and I would not be surprised to see Maxwell and Smitw look for plays towards the bottom side of the map. And let's not forget, the last time these two teams fell off, right at the beginning of the split, it was Hansama and Mickey drafting the Zyra Khan. They had the Galio in the mid lane. Maxwell was on the lead side. All they tried to do was camp bot, and G2 answered every single time. Have Misfits grown from that last time, or are they still going to suffer the same counterplay that G2 did?
As well, let's try and give some backup. Under on the spellbook, starting off with the Ignite. They can swap it out for that teleport whenever you'd like. In a dual lane matchup too, just pound for pound 2v2. Hansama and Mickey X have definitely had the better of the split so far compared to Yarnan and we did.
Very true, but this early laning phase, you want to know of where the junglers are starting, because early pushes contribute pretty significantly to early tempo in terms of being able to get the push. The fact that Jankos decided to start towards the top side means the Wonder will get later into the lane, which means Alfari already gets an early push off, he gets forced underneath the tower, and he'll start losing a lot more farm than he typically would like to. However, in the bottom, the fact that Hyunwoo did get to the lane first means that they won't get cheesed by the early level 2 of the Zyra Khan, and it mitigates some of that early laning power for Hansama and Mickey once they try and take it down. Especially with the
damage they're already going to have, because I mean, early on,
they said the lock to the level 2 play, we're going to the all-in level 1. Unexpected. Big surprise there. Now let's see who can get it.
Alright, it's going to be Mickey X and Hansama, but immediately answered. No real difference in experience there, but do expect a lot more skirmishes happening. Alfari taking advantage of his push position to go and throw down a ward. Take a trip up towards the side. Checking on the mid lane as well. On this rise, it's been a staple pick for a lot of European mid laners, but Suncook has definitely preferred the likes of pretty mobile mid laners overall, and of course once that Realm Warp becomes available to him, he can do what he likes to do best. Help make plays everywhere but the mid. He's already buffered his hop away.
He's currently taking in the lane. Jankos will jump over the wall, or be spotted out by this ward, so Max will have that information available to him. Deciding to go towards the early Skullcrap in the top side. And Alfari actually being pushed under his turret right now. That is due to the fact that the minion wave hit Wonder's turret early on. It's always exciting to watch these two top laners battle out. Wonder, statistically one of the best early game performing top laners. And Alfari, not really known for his laning prowess so far this split, but he's hold his own, primarily going for champions like the Gangplank, where he's had way more value.
The first split that Misfits did after the ULCS, laning was definitely one of the strengths for Alfari, comparatively those shut down laners. Maybe we see a little bit more of that starting to come in later on. It's going to be hard to do against the likes of Wonder, though, for sure. That's on the GTX going. Nicholas towards the bottom side. Really, they're trying to play it as safe as they can.
Right now, his focus is on the farm. not too surprising for a card. Remember, if you don't scale well, like to go towards high damage. But there's always this risk of cards. You have to be careful of. You will be squishy as a bit more trading happens down in the bottom lane.
Spot each other out, not too far from there as well. Here's the hop over, trying to get a little extra damage onto Jankos, goes right into his jungle. Alright, Dragon Strike, Jankos turns a little bit of damage onto the bug. Maxlor gets the better of that trade right now. Going to therefore own this side of the river.
And this is exactly what we were talking about. The great thing about Kha'Zix is his ability to win out on these trades. Not afraid to and look at these small fights, especially when you have so many different balls across. A lot of confidence coming out from him, but also intelligent confidence, using the pressure that
confidence and cockiness. Take away a few of these camps to try and keep Jankos down. I did mention that he's going to be making most of these big plays prior to the 15-minute mark. You need to really make a whole lot of business to these lanes, but it's not hard at all push forward.
It's very much revolving around that level 6 mark for both mid and jungle for the side of Misfits. Once you have the ultimate available on the rise, that's when it becomes much easier to win the spot run, especially if they can find successful. Looking to put a lot of pressure down. All we're waiting for is those crucial levels.
Taking advantage of those low cooldowns on the Ignite. Mickey X not afraid to pop it immediately. Comes towards the top side, but we're getting closer and closer to that level 6 mark for sure. But I think I want to talk about the mid lane matchup, to be honest. It's been a little bit quieter right now. But Perks, honestly, is generally speaking on a very different level than what Smitw has shown so far this year.
Just look at some of the statistics for Perks. He is one of the best performing mid laners in Europe right now. His laning is fantastic. His damage contribution to the team is also fantastic. And KDA, yes, it's something to considering the plays that this guy makes. I think you can forgive him for being 4th place in this tournament. If you look across the board at Smitw, he really is one of the worst performing laning mid laners that we have in Europe. 10th in terms of percentage, and we heard of Misfits that this guy was going to be an upgrade. He had the champion pool, he had a greater willingness to grow, to the table. But in terms of lane prowess, it's difficult to argue that he brings more than what Parag Evil did. On the core identities that Misfits did, was that Parag Evil was that big carry. We were still looking for that second carry throughout the regular season. And right now, all we do is, or Misfits fans rather, have to rely on the process and hope that Smitw will find his form, find his place. He's a powerhouse like Perks. Isn't really be able to find today.
Yeah, I mean, that's the real question, right? Because Smitw, it's interesting what you talk about the support staff saying, oh, yeah, he's looking to grow, he plays like a lot more standard. To me, whatever I think of Smitw is always like, he wants to make these roaming plays and play these different things like Aurelia and Soul and stuff. He's on the rise, he can definitely make some roaming plays. It looks like teams are roaming to him now. Maxlor and Mickey X looking to come in. Oh! Trying to catch up the route onto Perks. He's gone golden, flashing away. Let's see if they got the damage, tasting their fear. That's a flash burn, though. Nice play by Perks to get out of the 1v3.
Excellent response there from Perks. Invisibility from Maxlor combined with the root from Senko. Perks recognizes the situation that he's in. Instant stopwatch. Wasn't expecting Misfits to look for a play into the middle lane. They want to try and shut down the strong point of G2. But he's able to get away with his life.
Yeah. Stopwatch burn flash. He's going to have backup a little sooner, of course. Thanks to the unsealed spellbook on his side. And now there's a chance for G2 to get back some pressure. Jankos actually dodged out the vision. They'll be spotted on that ward. However, Sun's coming in. On top of Mickey X, they're going to have to get out and dodge. Yarden hops. He's got his ultimate. Doesn't want to use it though. Didn't quite find the angle to get it back. And Maxlor turning it around once again. And it looks like Smitw is coming to the party as well, looking for Yarden. Immediately he flashes out. However, we're going to have first blood here. It goes the way of Mickey as Yanko's giving his life. Trying to keep Yarden safe.
You gotta criticize G2 for trying to make that gank happen down in the bottom lane. They just saw Perks go back to base and being forced out of lane. This meant that Senkox was always going to have priority on roaming down to the bot side, especially when he has ult. And now Maxlor not able to find the pick. Could this be his death?
Oh, it is! Hello, Perks turning around. Who can he get out? That was one magic trick. Will he be able to do another? Not today. Senkox gets revenge.
Perks demonstrating some of the capabilities he has on this champion, recognizing, oh, Maxlor, you made a big mistake. You should not be using upon me. And able to get his team a return kill, and they're first on score.
Also, for anyone who was worried about the state of Zoe after some nerfs, still pretty good.
Still feels like she's pretty strong. So, Jankos in full vision, works towards bot side, trying to set up the game. But looking at River, they're already moving down. Zoe cannot get to this any faster than what Riot's able to do. Add to the fact that he has the Realm Ward, and it's just, this was a poor decision from G2. They didn't need to try and force this play, and they did not respect the ability of Misfits.
They're going to get it. What Smitw said best is try and make plays on the lane. Here's the turn back around, slips double bubble, and versus
also gets hit by the sleep. Surprising amount of damage from Zoe in the early game. But fortunately for Misfits, Senku's
Alright, George Gobb's called, but Alfari's already walking out. Looks like with the swap up, G2 are leaving Wonder in here, and they want to accelerate this game, getting first tower blood. See if they're able to do it.
Keep your eyes on what the junglers decide to do, because by G2 making this map movement, oh, we don't have time. They're actually going for a bit of a skirmish.
Yeah, level advantage on Maxlor is going to force Jankos out. Bubble comes as well, and now Misfits are actually going to be able to secure the first tower blood because they've already dealt up towards it. G2 aren't too far behind.
Now, what I would have expected from Maxwell was to actually go towards the bot side so they could get themselves the Infernal. It may cost them the Rift Herald, but securing that objective could provide a lot of benefit in these later stage fights where, remember, Misfits want to try and keep the snowball going, and in fact, that's what they're going to go for right now.
All right, Maxlor taking advantage of this damage to try and start off that Infernal Drake. So, dust has settled a little bit from a couple early game skirmishes. We're 2-1 right now. It's Misfits with the gold advantage, looking to make it a dragon advantage as well. Maxlor should be able to solo this one out pretty easily. Not going to be spotted, of course, by the likes of G2. A lot of vision invested by the Misfits around this pit as well.
Oh yeah, a lot of control wards on the bottom side. Some of them will get spotted out by G2, but Misfits so far taking advantage of the early game composition. Already better compared to what they were able to do in the very first game of the split, where G2 always had an answer.
You asked about the growth of this team, I remember, and it's kind of evident right now that this is the difference between what happened in week number 1. They're already starting to hold their own a little more against this G2 squad. Arguably a G2 squad that's also grown quite a bit.
But now the hard part comes to Misfits. If you look at the scaling of G2 and you recognize they're definitely going to have the edge when you get to the late game. So Misfits, they need to keep the pressure up. You can't afford to slow down now. With the stronger early game, with the stronger lane strategy for yourself, to still towers, start setting up towards the back, start forcing those kind of fights, and become the game where you're stronger. One mistake, just like we saw from Schalke, spawn out one, reach those big 3 out of spikes, and then start winning the spikes.
Kill the first guy by the Morellonomicon too, so he's not we've already seen what they would do.
Anyone at home would highly recommend getting Merc so Nancy is insanely valuable. Also that, yes, and also if you are running the precision tree at all, grab the
I could have saved them!
so now we need to move on to one play they did make horribly. Maxlor is focusing on the vision towards the top side, but there's still G2 that has the control over that.
Yanko's already back. Thighs. Hard to get these lanes, they've been pushed a little bit, but
yeah, the pathing that used his ultimate to path the river, where G2 had no control boards. He then came over the back of the wall using the lasso, which means that G2 should not actually be able to see what is going on. And given that no one else has come over to help out, Maxwell should be able to secure this objective. Oh, he doesn't get it! Oh! That's what you call unlucky. No awareness there from Yanko. Free objective coming out from Misfits. This will make sieging on the middle lane that much easier, especially against the Zoe, who always has that sneaking it out.
Double kill! Bring it on!
To get back to lane a little bit faster. Right now, he's pushed up. Yanko's looking.
Triple kill!
Maybe get a counter jump of his own.
dawn
It's
is
recall.
here.
Maxlor's already out.
Nothing for him to take. Maxlor, whose pathing this game has been pretty strong, decided to go for Boots of Mobility, trying to take advantage of the invisibility that he gets from his ultimate once it's upgraded, and just utilizing the fact that he can then stealth his way through the jungle and get a lot of deep damage. So, I like this innovation here.
That's a fast bug for sure. Puts players on nice and early, but you know, talking about the draft, the 15-minute mark is kind of when the tables start to turn a little bit in favor of Jankos, who hasn't had as much action in the early game. G2, we know, are looking for that scaling, later game style of play. Has Maxwell really done enough as we crest that 15-minute mark?
Well, I think that given they've taken the ball down, they have set up
Enemy has
to
been
continue
slain.
making plays, but it's now about the execution of setting plays from this point on. And he has to do a lot more to ascertain much more vision.
Enemy has fallen.
Going
Still
up.
more the top side, rather than go towards the tier 1 tower at the top. Their eyes are on securing a way to the Uber and setting up for the Infernal Break this week.
We really have seen a lot of play around the bottom side for the teams right now. It's less about the mid, even though a few attempts were made to try and shut Perks down. Oops, Sendux does get the root on. See, he has the damage. The machine gun rise starts to come online. Of course, quite have the damage yet. For that physical mask first. Nice and tanky.
Enemy has been slain.
Just walk up, bring him down, take half his health away. Misfits will successfully take away that Uber. I want to see them utilize this Rift Barrel well they could put it. Imagine the mid lane.
Enemy has
About a minute and 3 seconds. There's got to be someone to make that play soon. What I imagine, they move up mid, use the Rift Barrel, take tower, then with push it in while Brooks takes the away, and then rotate down to Drake as it's spawning in about 45 seconds. Be able to secure themselves all the objectives that they can want.
Sounds like a foolproof plan to me, Vedius. Doing it.
Everything's coming down. All that's already been pushed on the side of the Misfits. Setting up the game towards the top side of the map. Keep an eye on whether or not Wonder will look to run down.
Not going to be able to stop the Rift here. He's hot, but he does go to sleep for a few seconds. Really wanted to have him before he can find the tower. And here comes the stage 1
Enemy
plan.
has been slain.
And G2 know there is no way to contest this one. So down, he will fall. Tower number 2 over to Misfits. Next phase, attacks position. Step down towards the Dragon Fly in 10 seconds.
That fire by the book is Misfits. This is what we heard the analysts talking about and why they were often considered the discount G2 team that always tried to play it by the book but could never quite do it as well as the former G2 squad.
They're the margarine to G2's butter. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just a little aftertaste.
Exactly that, but right now G2 are looking to answer. They don't want to give this Infernal up for free. Both top laners have roamed down. Looking forward to a fight right now, Pyra.
Looks like it. G2 trying to make their escape. Oh, nice quickness going in, and they're going to try to melt through those health bars. Yanko starts out with a pick onto the bug, but Tarek Ultimate comes in a little bit too late. Perks is going to pick up one. Now Hansama running for his life. G2 got the better of that fight in spades, and they will claim the spoils of war. This time it's an Infernal Dragon.
That fight went so quickly, Pyra. I thought Perks had just been blown up right from the start, but he was actually able to flash out, and it was Maxlor and Mickey that ended up dying in that exchange. So let's get a slow-mo of exactly what Perks was able to do in this situation, because I thought that he was for sure dead. Misfits come for the collapse, instant engage, and then he's just quickly able to flash out, and then he gets the Tarek ultimate. All the while, they were focusing down this very squishy target in the form of the Kha'Zix on the front line, and then given that Mickey had no way to get out of that situation, they could cleanly pick themselves up a second kill. G2 coming out ahead in that last fight.
Yeah, nicely played to equalize on the Dragon, and you know, talk about that scaling. Well, if you're able to do this in the phase of the mid game, it's already looking great for G2. They can just keep this going.
And let's not forget, Pyro. We talked about how execution of these early to mid game comps is so important, because if you make too many misplays, you get slowed down, and that buys time for your opposition to build up these crucial items that they are so reliant on. That's what makes them the late game threat. It is those power spikes. And already you start to see a couple of crucial items being picked up for the side of G2.
Yeah, we're halfway there on some of the big carries. Perk sitting on a couple of pieces to try and get himself forward. The Tristana, just the static shiv, but halfway towards an Infinity Edge as well. So Misfits are going to have their work cut out for him to try and push this one back.
And it's obviously not over yet for Misfits. They had a bit of a bad fight earlier on, but they still have the pressure advantage. You can see 2 and a bit thousand gold in their favor. They're going to extend that even more by securing this top lane tower.
And the Argonauts.
And the next big objective becomes Baron. 15 to 25 minutes is where it's going to be crucial for Misfits to not make any big misplays.
Featherstorm, well, looks like that might have been misplay number 1. Mickey X trying to turn it around into something here. Featherstorm, the knockback. G2 are not going to be able to find anything else. Perks tried to get one last parting shot in. Nothing doing. Misfits just didn't have the damage to take out top turret.
So G2 stall for now, but look at the position that Senkox and Maxwell are in.
Oop. Oh, Rise is going to sleep. Let's see if G2 are going to do something about it. Another Paddle Star. Going nowhere.
It's just going to deflate. Baron does spawn as well, but G2, they are not done yet. They want to get the collapse on the Senkox. Oh, he missed.
No, Senkox, he almost got out for a second. Couldn't quite make it happen. That cleanse.
Just a little bit too early. The sleep did not last as long because once you use the cleanse, follow-up CC does get reduced in terms of its duration. Unfortunately for Misfits, they stood apart. Senkox, he had no choice. Look, you can see here. He has the Merc Tread and the chase so another advantage gain for G2, and that gold gap just a few seconds ago, it was 2,000. Now all of a sudden, it would have been reduced to only 1 game.
There was something you could have done there.
Misfits find themselves in a little bit of a harder spot than they were earlier on in this game. Time starting to run out. I don't know if Senkox would know that, but with the
An enemy has been slain.
Attack a time.
It's a little unfortunate. There's a reason these guys have the all-time head-to-head, though. Every iteration of them. Remember, we saw at the beginning the all-time 11-4. 6 of the last 9 they've had. It includes the summer finals, by the way. That's been G2's to own. It has something on the other side of that match.
Misfits have
An
struggled
ally has been slain.
for the last year to really prove their superiority and the reigning lead of G2. So far into the game, Misfits have demonstrated more positive things, but a couple of individual missteps. There will be a third Infernal Drake on the board that both teams will be more than happy to grab for themselves. With this control being set up around the objective again, G2's goal is to score. And they're waiting for those big item spikes. They don't want to try and force that many fights right now. If they can find a couple picks here and there, that's great for Zoe. It's more about the late game. More about the 30 to 35. Pressure and they make each other down and they find the fights. Trying to become the early game advantages they built for themselves. G2 were able to force them back more often than not. This is troubling for Misfits. Just can't quite find the piece they're looking for. However, while G2 have backed away, try and clear out the vision around the Baron. There's going to be a moment here. Collapse, though.
An enemy has been slain.
This pit, this jungle, trying to clear away the vision.
A lot of communication going on stage right now. G2, a lot of the paint coming down, trying to spot out where Maxwell is. Keeping the team updated. You got to remember, with the mobility and stealth that he does have, Maxwell is a very scary threat. First item, though, would imagine is just to give him that extra bit of burst. Still will be very squishy, though. Have that great early game. Getting blown up at a lot of these fights.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Misfits, I think you said it right. You need to find some of those picks. Whether it's on the perks or yarn, and that's it's so hard to do, especially the way we did these cosmic radiances as well. When the fights are actually on, that's something we saw earlier when they try to engage the choke point in the jungle. And now, leaving an opening here in the mid, G2, the Wrecking Crew just comes through.
G2 secure a very easy tower in the middle lane. Misfits were not in a position to defend it, and now G2 will have priority around the dragon. Point in the game, I think they'd be pretty happy to take a fight. But let's see what Misfits looking to do. They are around the Baron, and no, they're not going to force it down. Free objective going in the favor of G2, and now the game starts to look like it's going in favor of the force that many plays.
Yeah, just trying to grab a big play. The G2 jungle, but has to pull the trigger. try and go for the big play because they know G2's pulling ahead. The problem is, they got scaling on their side too, so what can you do? Best played finish from Axlor. See if he can try to get a pick off onto somebody. Here we go, quickness, they're gonna find two. Let's see if they get the damage out. Jankos going hopping, the Taric ultimate comes out. Now they know they can't take the fight any further, so they hop the wall. Baron gets crossed though by the explosive shot of Yarden. Vast majority of Another great setup for G2. Again, still just trying to stall this game.
There was something you could have done there.
And now we're starting to look a little more like what we saw the first time. Where Misfits were ramping more towards the early game. Last time they struggled to hit the early, this time around they successfully did it. But then they made these couple of individual mistakes so effectively punished. Transitioning to that state of the game where Misfits, they're going to have to take a couple of gambles, they're going to have to take risks if they want to take advantage of this. Around the 1-3-1, there's still a lot of disengage available to them with around in the middle lane, but G2 squad is still very scary. So very see how Misfits will do it. I wonder if Smitw can teleport coming in. Alfari, they make it for him. Excuse me. It was going to be Mickey X all along, and now let's see if the counter damage comes through. With comes through, but Maxwell does get back. And goes flashing away. Misfits just don't have the damage they need to finish the whole 12 seconds. Is going to fall. Courtesy of Yarden. It all goes wrong again for the Misfits. A huge team plus one score going in favor of G2. But I don't think they've done just yet, Pyra. Thunderstorm for Hansama, but he's got Wonder and Yarden at his back. The knockup for Mickey X. He's just out of there just like that. Wonder still coming in. Looking to chase him down. And Misfits, they are running out of ground. G2, clear only two, and now it's time for the Baron. Fantastic fight once again. G2. It was Misfits that unfortunately fails. Perks once again. Normally on the Zoe gets so much damage down onto those primary targets, allows G2 to get the turnaround and will secure themselves in a terrible world. Alright, well they've got the scaling, they've got the damage, they've got 3.5 minutes on the Baron button, and they got this fight. Let's take a look at how it started. So G2, they're looking for a pick around the Baron area, and that's when Misfits decide to try and force the play. The sleep here comes down onto Mickey rather than Alfari, which means he can still throw the damage out, but they can't burst with it down. This is a 4 versus 5. Max still that dies before Yarden even arrives. Senko isn't in a position anymore to deal damage. He ends up dropping, and G2, they just continue on with the chase.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, Misfits. You can see these attempts. But they just really don't have the damage, and we know how that one all ended. So we'll see what G2 end up doing with the last 2 minutes of the Baron. Start trying to hold the wave down on the bottom, but who's up on the top of it. Everybody else, the Baron outside, and named top fighter.
In for the move. Even if the miss is among the stars.
It's going to be tough to them down because all game we've talked about the scaling, and now, G2, they're just going for a fight.
They are indeed. Let's see Jankos though, he's going a little bit low as well. Maybe they can find this here. Hansama already finds the jungler. Cosmic Gradience comes in, that resets the fight for just a few seconds. Alfario's about to go Mega Maxlor. He looks around the side, doesn't find anything. So G2, itchy trigger finger.
What we've identified, Pyra, is that if you initiate the fight, you're going to lose. Because every time Misfits have done it, they fail. And the one time Jankos decides to engage, this will sort out for Misfits just a little bit, but they still secure themselves.
There was nothing you could have done there.
Just barely, it's not actually falling yet. Let's see if they can force the fight around. So looking for Yarden to get the pick off on the 8 carry. They've already found Mickey X, though. Perks deletes him. And Perks and Yarden, just the 2 carries alone, are taking the fight to Misfits. A double kill from Perks. This guy is a madman. It takes the rest of the team to take him down.
Oh my word, Percy just continues to do it. Shuts down Maxwell once again. Ends up being a great overall. Misfits are going to struggle to gain anything off the bench.
Come into Lane Kingdom with your entire team, Vedius, and Perks still takes you out. This dude is so good.
Especially if the champion is strong. This is why so many mid laners showed their respect to him. cocky. He wanted to be the best by just outperforming everyone. He had to be humble after his first instance. He really identified, okay, I'm not as good as I thought I was. Really come into his own and really has earned the title of being one of, if not the best.
And it's been a very different story for his counterparts throughout the years. Smitw came in the same spot on that twice team. Dodged out, messed up by Wonder. Yarn coming in for the cleanup duty, and oh, that Mega Gnar can't come soon enough. Yarn's going to pick him off. 30 minutes on the clock. We're 9-5. Almost dead even on goal for G2. They are scaling into that late game.
It's starting to lose focus as Alfari. So burning a flat. Even though it resulted in his life, they may be able to punish with a tier 2 tower in the top, but look, the rest of G2 is still lane.
It doesn't matter if you're 1-1 and when everybody else is trying to take down the mid-turret and Wonder trying to stop these backs on Sama. MickeyX looking for the outplay, but the base is already falling to pieces here. No one's at home. Misfit's knocking down the front door. Wonder just trying to keep Sama MickeyX occupied. I should say there's the knockup. Maybe they should kill on him, but pulling back with Wave Collar. Thunderstorm coming out. Wonder still holding on here. On Sama finally gets it. He's got a miss.
It looks like an inhibitor and a tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. G2 gains so much control over the map, and I think Wonder can say worth after holding off the bottom lane of Misfits.
That just smells like desperation right now. Misfits trying to find any opening they possibly can. They get one down, but they lose so much in their base. A little bit of breathing room though. Let's see if they can keep the waves cleared in mid.
On the Euphoria podcast. Individuals trying to step up to be big carries. The team not working as a unit. But it's difficult, you know, this composition was all about getting those early leads and then snowballing it from there. And while they started off strong, G2 punished them for multiple times. They were trying to force that lead they had. And now G2, after securing the lead, gets the goal.
Trying to play things by the book if the script gets deviated. Spotted out. Courtesy of that ward. But for this one, it does seem like they're putting all the eggs right now.
But he's on that late game carries that he's done so many times before, Pirate. You know, we talked about how Misfits are kind of experimenting. They're showing different styles. They want to be able to play multiple different songs during the regular season. As long as they make the playoffs, that's where they'll look to play their true strength. Again, things will be quite able to squad. They're able to secure themselves under the tower, and they're going to do it extremely quickly.
Very clean play out of G2. More on some, of course, uses the squad. Try to avoid the sleepy trouble bubble. The rest of G2, 5 numbers strong, looking to knock down door number 2 on towards the top side. Misfits the final Aaron's come up in a minute. We got another siege. So far, it has been a This could be one of those big game-ending moments that is goes out. I feel like it's a edge of G2. Every single fight that's happened in this game here has heavily gone in the favor of G2. Also, look at all the checkboxes ticked. You've got those item spikes already in, and then some. With Tristana on 4 items, versus Zoe on 3.5, and the tanks are tanky, Vedius. It's all the ingredients you need for a successful game win.
Oh yes, yes they are. But Hans Sama is always that X factor for Misfits. You did talk about him, I need to bring him up again, even though he's not on the latest of hyper carries. This side is still going to do damage, and this guy's positioning in team fights is something you always have to respect. Now, Hyanan,
Ooh! Oh, that's a crit build right there. Maxlor is in trouble right now. Flash and tries for the juke, but he gets stomped on by Jankos. It is a 4v5 for the Misfits. And Alfari wasn't even there. That is going to be press the go button on the Baron.
and that's why Kha'Zix kind of fell out of favor for many teams. Doesn't offer that tankiness, doesn't offer the late game value. G2 now setting up for the Baron. Let's see if Misfits can answer.
They've got a lot of damage trying to take it out, but Perks around the side looking to get some chunk off of his own. Sleepy Trouble Bubble is dodged. The Baron's been peeled away. Simcox has to force the flash, and the Taric ultimate come down. Perks around the side. Looking for Hansama. Doesn't find any damage, but the Cosmic Radiance is there. It's faded away. Mega Dragon coming Alfari. Let's see if he can find a hop in. G2 didn't get any picks. Aren't going to force this. Aren't going to go any further, or are they? Looks like the Rise is coming around the side. Alfari taking up a little bit too low, but Perks is going to flash and juke away from Simcox. And now they can force this fight on. Perks on the front is just melting faces here. Hansama is a feather storm, but he is going down. 3 members killed on Misfits. G2 running for the base.
5 members alive to the 2. I mean, 1 left on Misfits as they have the Nexus in their eyes and are looking to extend their win record over Misfits to 7-0.
G2 easy.